What's up, guys? I'm gonna be teaching you something a little more basic. So far I've covered a bunch of different flips and stuff, mainly just because people ask me to like help them out with stuff. I'm not there in person, so I just send them a video tutorial and just post it on the internet anyway. This one's just gonna be like more general stuff, vaulting. It's basic enough. Alright, so I'm gonna be teaching my favorite vault, the speed vault. But I'm gonna do it for noobs, and then I'm gonna like show you how the reverse vault is like yeah, you'll see. Okay, so let's start off with the I want to say like the pre-evolution to a speed vault. I don't know what you want to call it. It's called the safety vault, which is a really gay name for it. I call it the step through vault because you step through. It's a lot more straight. Okay. Well, basically, you want to learn it as a dismount first, because if you're very new to free running or parkour, since this is a vault, you might not have the concept of vaulting down, which is to glide over the obstacle. So you want to learn the mannerism of it, and that is, it's basically walking down something, but with the assistance of a hand at the same time. And you see how whatever foot is staying on is the opposite hand, and it creates like this little gap, and you lean slightly to the side so that the leg can swing through this way rather than, you know? So you want to learn that as a dismount by simply just going onto the obstacle. Then you just walk forward and keep this leg back a little bit. And it kind of looks like this thing in tricking, which is called a scoot, which you probably never heard of, so I don't even know why I brought that up. So ignore that. So, yeah, you just kind of like, go like that, step through, and once you're here, you should be like, huh, and just continue stepping. And it should just keep the movement going. You should never really stop or pause in any moment. So, let me show you how that looks both sides. So this is the right leg kicking through, left hand and, left leg and right arm. Oh, okay. And then this is the left leg coming through with the right leg on and left hand on. Looks like this. And you see it's very simple. Now, as far as making that into a vault, you're going to want to come at the obstacle with momentum, and see, the goal is to go over the obstacle with as little stopping force as possible. Preferably you want to gain more momentum or keep it the same. Now when you're going for the takeoff, I want to do it from this side so you can kind of get a good idea. When you're going in for the takeoff, the jumping leg should be that leg that kicks through. So you know how when you're doing the dismount, you have the one leg behind and the other foot and hand on top? Well, this leg that's behind should be the leg that you are now jumping off of. And when you jump, you throw the leg and the hand that go on top, you throw them up and like toward the obstacle. And you basically want to jump into that dismount, but don't think of it as jumping onto the thing and dismounting. You want to try thinking of clearing it, and while you're clearing it, catch that dismount and kick through. So I'll give you an example to both sides. First, my normal side. And as you can see, it just kind of glides over. There's no real stop or pause in the momentum or movement. And then to the opposite side. Kind of sketchy on that side for me, because I never do it, so forgive me for that. Okay, so then the way that evolves into the speed vault, which is literally the same thing, but instead of planting the outside leg on, you kick it up in the air. So then instead of being like this, you're now going to be like this, and this leg still kicks through, because if you don't kick it through, and you're going to come down like this, and you see how this leg's behind, and you got like a little bit of force going this way, and like just all sorts of bad different things can happen. So you just want to do it like a step through vault minus the leg tapping down, and you still kick through and all that. Let me demonstrate it real quick both ways. And to the opposite side. So yeah, it's a very fundamental and basic vault, probably one of the least scary, because there's a progression to it, and you're going sideways as opposed to more like Kong vaults, you bring your legs through. So in that sense, it's less scary, a little bit easier. Alright, now we're going to teach how the reverse vault is connected to it. Okay, so when they come up through, you're doing this, kicking through, and coming out. The reverse vault is the reverse of that. For some reason, I don't do it that way. I don't know if it's the same with everyone else, but let me show you on that side actually. So when you step through, you come out like this. Now I don't do my reverse vault this way, which is like, I guess, yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to. So I do my reverse vault this way. And now what a reverse vault is basically the same thing as a step through. Well, I'll teach you the progression, which is the step through. It's the exact same thing, but in reverse, hence the name. So the reverse vault, you don't only put one hand on, you can put two if you'd like. You put two, the first hand wants to be like this, but this hand should always be like that. And now, as far as the step through version of it, you want to vault up, come across, see how it's like this, and then kick through and land. Let me demonstrate that real quick. Yeah, I guess not much of a kick through, but there is like that kick at the end. And when you come in, it's not really like a punch into it. It's just kind of like stepping and transferring your momentum into that kind of roll over it. I'm going to try it to my bad side, which it's really been a long time. Yeah, that was not my best. But yeah, so I'm going to do actually one more to my good side, point toward the camera, so you can just get the last grip of it, something. But yeah. And now, the actual reverse vault is the same thing, but without that foot plant. So basically what you did for the step through to the speed vault is what you're going to do to this to make it a reverse vault. Now, what I mean by that is, that foot that plants at the end, how you come out like this, you're now not going to do that like a speed vault, how the step through you put your foot on, and make it a speed vault, you not put the foot on. Now, when you come out of this, you're simply just going to glide over rather than put your foot down. I'm going to demonstrate it my way, going there and back, and I'm going to do it the opposite way if I can, there and back.